Hello everyone, welcome to Tech Sharmit. From this session, we are going to start another series for learning the journaling concept. Okay, we will discuss what is journaling, how we can use journaling, what are the advantage of using journaling. So these all things we are going to cover in this session. And in the further sessions also, we will cover each and every practical aspect of journaling. Okay, so in this session what we are going to do, we will firstly cover the basics because for this particular topic we need some theoretical knowledge as well, like what is journaling, why we use journaling, what are the components of journaling. So these all things are required. So just to explain you those, I have noted down a couple of theoretical part here. So let's discuss one by one each thing. So first and foremost question is, what is journaling? Why we what is journaling? Okay, so whenever someone asks you, let's explain the journaling, then you can simply give the simplest definition, which is journaling is a feature that records changes to the data in database file. Okay, so what journaling will do, it will provide a feature that will record the changes to the database to the data in database file. Clear? So it's just a feature which will help us to record all the changes which were made to the data and keep it into the database file. Now further it is mentioned, it captures information about every insert, update and delete operation performed on specified file. We know that whenever we are using files, physical file or SQL tables, we used to do these operation: insert, update, delete, right? So in such cases, if you would like to store the information related to all these operations like insert operation, update operation, delete operation, which is performed on a specific file, then in that case we will use journaling, because journaling captures all these information related to insert, update and delete operation. Clear? So this is the best definition you can say for journaling. Whenever you let's say if you are in an interview and someone asks you what is journaling, and this topic is very important in terms of interviews as well, because especially for those who are experienced candidate, they might be provided with some these questions in their interviews. So you can simply answer like journaling is that feature that record changes to the data in database file. It captures information about every insert, update, delete performed on the specified files. Okay, now next topic is why we use journaling, because it is clear like what is journaling, but actual why we are using it, what is the need. So there are a couple of points I have noted down. Let's discuss one by one. First is data integrity. Journaling helps to maintain the integrity of database file by keeping a log of the changes. Now those who are working with a project, they know how important the logging is, right? So whenever we are using journaling, it helps us to maintain the integrity of data by keeping a log of changes. Now what could be the changes? It could be insert change, update change, delete change. So if you are using journaling, then it will help you to log these detail. In the event of system failure or data corruption, journal receiver can be used to restore the database to a consistent state. As we are working on a system, so it might fail someday, right? There might be some risk of system failure. So in this case, system failure or data corruption, so in this case what we can do, we can use journal receiver that will help us to restore the database to a consistent state. So this is the use of journaling in terms of data integrity. So first point is journaling helps in maintaining the data integrity by providing a way to restore the data in case of system failure or data corruption. Now second point is recovery, which is also related to data integrity. Like journaling facilitates point in time recovery. By applying journal entries to a backup, you can restore the database to specific moment in time. Same goes with recovery also. As we know, like if you are working with a system and there is any data failure or issue, then in that case we can simply use journaling to for point in time recovery. Okay, by applying journals entries to backup, you can restore the database to a specific moment in time. So journaling will help us in this situation. All right. Then we have auditing. Now, why we use auditing? Especially in those cases, let's say if you are working on project and multiple developers are working on project, right? And due to some issue, there is some due to some problem like system got failed or data got corrupted. So in that case, auditing what auditing team will do, it will check the like who has made the changes, why the changes were made, and how and when the changes were made. So same point I have mentioned here. Journaling enables auditing by auditing capabilities by tracking who made changes, what changes were made, and when they occurred. Okay, so these are the point that helps the auditing team in order to enable the capabilities of tracking the changes, and it provides the multiple information like who made the changes, what changes were made, and when the changes occurred. Okay, then comes the next point, replication. So journaling is also used for the replication purpose. Here it is mentioned, journaling is often used in conjunction with data replication tool to replicate changes to another system for high availability or reporting purposes. Okay, so you can see like whenever, let's say if you are working for one system and you would like to replicate all the changes to another system as well, so in that case we can use the journaling in terms of replication, data replication. Replication means creating the duplicate or copy. Okay, fine. So with these points, I think it is clear now what is journaling and why we use journaling. Okay, now it's needed to understand what are all our components are there with journaling. Okay, so first thing is journal. A journal is a system object that contains a sequence of journal entries. It is associated with one or more journal receiver. Okay, so there might be one interview question in your technical round like what is journaling, what is journal? So you can simply reply, a journal is a system object that contains a sequence of journal entries. It is associated with one or more journal receiver. So this is also a question, can we apply one or more than one journal receiver? Yes, we can apply. Then what is journal receiver? A journal receiver is a container for journal entries. It's a physical file that stores the actual changes made to the database. Multiple journal receiver can be associated with a single journal. So journal receiver is a container which will hold all the entries. If you are performing multiple operation on your file on which you have started the journaling, so it will hold all the information or all the entries. It's actually a physical file that stores all the changes made to the database, and it is mentioned here that multiple journal receiver can be used, can be associated with one single journal, and when one receiver is full, a new one is automatically created. In case of any let's say if you are working for multiple projects and there are large data set, so in that case it might occur that your system or your receiver got full, so in that case it will automatically create the new one. Okay, these all points we will see at the time of practical also. We will try to verify each and every point which we have mentioned here. Then we have journal entry. A journal entry contains information about specific database change, including the type of operation like insert, update, delete that affected record, timestamp, and the user who performed the operation. So this will also help in auditing, because auditor will check for the journal entry only, right? And from those journal entry he can identify like what all changes are made, what type of operation is performed, whether it is an insert operation, update operation, delete operation, or any other operation. It also provides the timestamp, like when it changed, timestamp contain date, time, and every related information related to time, right? Then user, it will also show the user ID who has performed the operation. So by this thing we can understand that yes, this is the person and who made this change at this moment. Okay, so journal entry is also a component of journaling. So what we have learned in terms of component: journal, journal receiver, journal entry. Fine. So yeah, uh, I will not make it this session lengthy, so we will just discuss only these point for today. Maybe in the next session we will discuss few more things. Okay, but here I would like to tell you one more thing, that from today onwards what we will do, I will try to put some questions here, because I noticed that some of the people raise this thing, that they are facing issues while answering the questions in interview. So to make it a habit, what we will do, I will try to put some basic questions here, which is related to all the things that we have learned so far. Like you are referring entire series, all the sessions you have covered. So on the basis of those sessions itself, I will ask you a few questions here. So okay, and from once let you can see here, right? I have noted down one question. So once you answer all these questions, then it will make a habit to you to answer the questions in interview as well. And at the same time we will also cover a couple of questions which are important in terms of our industry. Okay, so I highly recommend you to please read the question properly and answer your question in comment box. Okay, and from those comments, top 3 comments I will pick, and the name of those 3 person who has answered quickly, I will put their name in the next session. Like we will just pin those comments, and we will also note it down that yes, these are the member who has answered the question first. Okay, so you can do this as a practice, and everyone can write the answer. Like if it is repeated, that is not an issue, because we are going to learn something. We are not here to compete with each other. We just want to learn, and we just want to practice. So you can simply read the question and just recall all the things that you have learned, so it will also help you to revise the thing. And in case if you miss something, if you are not able to answer the question, then just go and check out those session which is related to question, and it will help you to learn more about it. And then I think you will be able to answer the questions in interviews as well. Okay, so for this session, this is the question: what all commands we can use related to journaling, and it is previously discussed. If you are following the series, then I know, like, you are pretty much sure that those what all commands we can use for journaling. So don't write the description in the chat, in the comment section. You can just mention the points, like the command and a short description, very short description. Okay, that will just indicate, and it will also help us other members of the comment section to learn this thing. Okay, so try to help each other and just put answer in comment sections. Okay, I hope this initiative will also help you to learn and practice more and more. So yeah, that's all for today's session. In the next session we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.